So in terms of planning the site, it's a dead end. Okay, it's a dead end, and we had this thing, and this is where the transformer was. Like 1, 2, 3, 4 plots, we had the plot. It was north facing. The road was north facing, and because it was a dead end, it was pretty easy to do this. Thing is, there was a temple here right behind the thing. I think they were almost on the. And even here, we had a house right next to it. Again, here we had a house right next to it. They weren't following the normal setback. So it is I think 1450 square feet square plot. So this was the site. The challenge was this high tension line. It was going right in the middle, ground floor, first floor, and the headroom. The wires will be going here, and it will be wobbling. That's why we removed this and we just kept it there. So that was the challenging part. And in terms of requirement, I think the clients were more of they're fine with a minimal thing. They just needed 3 bedrooms. We wanted a 2,500 square foot house, a couple of car parks, a guest bedroom in the ground floor, a kitchen, living, dining. That's it. And on the first floor, they wanted a couple of more bedrooms, and they wanted a multi-purpose room. So initially, we gave them 2 options of plan. And the other most important thing is they were not particular about Vastu. They said as long as it's functional, as long as it's environmentally responsive, and they were fine with it. So what we did was we gave them 2 options. This one was finalized. So we had an entry here. You will have a normal simple entry and a foyer where you can have your shoe rack and stuff. And the moment you open in, you will have this stringer beam staircase. And they wanted to have a statue. They were very particular. They wanted to have a Buddha statue. So if you look at it, this was the access for the main thing. And here what we did was, if someone stands here, okay, this is a small, very tight plot, like it's 32 by 44. And but once you go into the site, you will feel like it is more than that, double the size. You will feel like it's a 1 ground or 1.5 ground plot. One hack what we did was right from this edge till this edge. If someone stands here, they will have complete visibility. Right? So that kind of widens your perception of the space. So that is one thing. And we convinced them to have an open kitchen there. And I think the kitchen was the kitchen was based on Vastu. That was not planned as such for Vastu, but yeah, it so happened. And I convinced them saying that the elders in their family, they are not going to let it go. Someone or the other is going to comment saying it was not there. So we said that at least kitchen, keep it as per Vastu. So we kept it there. We wanted an island kitchen, and it was an open thing. And there's a double light living room. We keep double light for the stack effect ventilation and the skylight. And we have our own skylight detailing. So that is one important part. They wanted a sunken living for some reason, and they wanted a swing. So while we planned, what we did was we made the swing as part of their seating arrangement. So we kept a TV wall where it does not have any windows or stuff. And once a person enters here, you have this seating arrangement, L-shaped seating arrangement. And because we never knew when they are going to come here and live, so even if they don't have any furniture, the sunken living slab, we kept a 9-inch drop. So someone can actually sit like this. So I was actually happy seeing the housewarming place. Even without anybody telling, there were actually people sitting on the sunken. Only the swing was there. There was no sofa as such. And that's it. And from here, if you look up, you will see the skylight, and the skylight was placed so that it will not let the sun in after 2 o'clock. So we did some sun path study and stuff. Kitchen, they were very particular in having an island counter. So they were very worried, like initially, whether the spacing will be right and stuff. But after housewarming, both the clients, Arulmuli and Boya, both of them were happy, and they particularly commented saying this kitchen was damn spacious, and they couldn't visualize back then. They were just trusting our gut feeling, but they felt it was really, really spacious for them to work around. So that's, and we have a small guest bedroom tucked at the rear end with a powder room and a stick. So that's pretty much it. And both the car parks, we leave 18 feet by 16 feet. So I follow a principle of 8 by 16 for car parks. So it is good enough for you to keep it and open and open the doors conveniently. And here we plan for few things, some kind of seatings and stuff, nothing very fancy, and there's no space as such to do landscaping. So the outdoor landscaping that you see will be only from here till here. That's it. And it's not a locality where there's too much of landscaping possible as well. That space was tight. As I said, here we had this temple, right? So most of the windows that we kept here in the first floor, we kept them as acoustic windows. Like we had double glazing done to cut the noise, because it was a temple and they used to have loud speakers and stuff. So if someone has to climb to the first floor, they'll do it. And we wanted to have a space allotted for the lift. If they wanted to do a lift in future, they can actually retrofit a lift here. Okay, so that is planned as well. Once you come up to the first floor, this is that landscape area. So if you have a lift in future, this is where we'll have. So because they didn't follow Vastu, so we had the luxury of having the master bedroom on the northern side. Usually the Vastu, as per Vastu, it should have been on the southwestern side. So we had a master bedroom because the balcony was here. Right? So this is that staircase that I talked about, which was a later addendum during construction. So you have a walk-in wardrobe, a spacious walk-in wardrobe, and then from there you go to the restroom. You have a wet area, and then you have a WC area and this thing. And yeah, from here you will be able to see what is happening below, Sunken Living. And then you have another bedroom with a bay window kind of setup here, right? And then you had a rush toilet here. So these were the two rooms. Probably this will be used by their son, and this is for them. That's it. And the ground floor one, probably their parents or guests. And now we wanted to have a multipurpose room, okay? But they were not clear on why they want it or how they want it. It can be used as a home theater, fitness place, or their son Neo, he is a very good keyboard player, piano. He's very good at it. So we wanted him to do it here so that it's quite close to his bedroom. And so I convinced them to keep this open for now. I said, in future, if you want to do a home theater or something, all you have to do is come up with a wall here. Once you come up with the wall, it's closed. So as of now, it is just open, and that actually widens the space up. So when you come to the first floor, and when you're standing from the ground floor and you look up, you already have a double-light space here, but you're also seeing the roof of this multipurpose room. So it looks really, really massive and grand. Yeah. So from here, that's it. The staircase, stops here. This doesn't go up. This is an initial plan. We stopped the staircase. The initial idea was to go up. This is why you have a headroom. That headroom is what will provide the shadow. You do have a skylight here. So the idea was that the headroom is here. It is going to provide the shadow from, this is where the sun rises, right? East to west. So this will provide the shadow to the skylight. That was our idea, and we had a projected slab. But then because we removed the shadow, we couldn't have that protection. So we did other few things, like we tried to give shade net to protect this and this and all those things. And the staircase will come up here and open here. And this is only a service staircase, just accessible, not everyday stuff. They might have their laundry areas here. All this is for future. So that was a terrace part. Pretty much simple. It might look simple on the plan, but the few things that we've done here were this double light space will have that skylight. Yeah, I'm just trying to draw a section. So we'll have a louvered louvers, so that the water doesn't enter. The hot air from the ground floor goes up. It goes up, and you will have bug mesh so that something doesn't come inside. And it will be a slightly slanted one so that water doesn't clog here. And usually people keep the grill, the safety grill, just beneath the glass. What that does is that doesn't give you the space to go and maintain. So what we do is we have the grills at a different level, you will have a door set up here, so people can actually open and can come in. There's a good 2 feet to 3 feet gap, and on top of it we keep the glass. So if even someone breaks it, they can come in. Security is taken care of, maintenance is taken care of. It removes the hot air. The light that comes in, it gives after 1 o'clock the light doesn't come in at all. So we did that sun path study to ensure that doesn't happen. And finally the mosquitoes or those things cannot come in. So what happens is the ground floor living room, it will always stay cool. Okay, and these skylight details, we've been working with it for almost 8 years, 9 years, and we keep learning from those stuff. And in terms of look and feel, we wanted to keep it a contemporary this thing, but I won't call it too minimalistic because there's a lot of detailing that happened. But again, the ornamentation was actually a client's request. So they travel a lot, so they keep collecting artifacts. So they wanted that Pete Mondrian's painting or something. They wanted it incorporated somewhere in the site project. So we thought it can come as a mural, it can come out in the windows, which we did eventually. But we wanted to keep it in the handrail. So those colors, the red, blue and stuff, that actually added a lot of character to the otherwise simple white, house. So it was their idea, but we had to do a lot of detailing to get it right. I mean, the proportions, this thing. And when you're doing it as a handrail, so the glass is needed to have those covers, and the detailing part was very tough. That was one thing. And even the grills, they were very particular on what, they were all artistic. Like they wanted those grill patterns to be coming there. And even the name Lapal, it came from them. And they follow Ambedkar, like I also follow Dr. Ambedkar. So the portico, when the parking has that Ambedkar's quote, famous Ambedkar's quote. So that was one there. Yeah, pretty much I was really happy with the project. And one thing the client said was whatever we visualized on 3D views and stuff, we finally were able to get the same thing done at site. Now that's very, very difficult to get because showing them one thing randomly in 3D views is very easy. But to do those detailing, to get those details right, to go and coordinate with the site team, the masons, the painters, electricians, and getting it done, I should really thank Shyam here because he was the one who did everything on his own. Like he came to me only for the major thing. Like we designed it initially, the ideation, the major decisions was obviously taken by me, but Shyam was he's a details guy. We ensured that the same thing came up. So one particular 3D view, when on the first floor when you stand here, there's a 3D view which we did. If a person stands there, you'll be able to see both the spaces, and above this you'll have a skylight, and you'll have those colorful the handrails running by. So you'll have the handrails running here, and you'll see this thing. So on the day of housewarming, I was actually standing here, and I was just observing, like, okay, fine, finally we did it. There are a lot of spaces in the house which are of interest, but that is one particular place which I particularly liked. Because you see something as a 3D view, and there's so much of hard work, 1.5 years of hard work, and you get to see the same thing. I think we did a great job. And end of the day, what matters is the clients were really happy, and they appreciated, and they gave us a gift and all. And they were courteous enough to give a proper testimonial. It was more than a testimonial. I think they gave us a proper interview. Not many people do that. And amidst their short trip to India for the housewarming, they were really courteous to come here as a family, thank us, gifted us something, and they spent almost 45 minutes, 1 hour answering or discussing about the project, reliving. I think one of the best projects in my career as an architect. And again, it was a team effort thanks to Shyam. We had few project managers from our side who was taking Narayana Swami. He's not with us anymore. He's left. He was there. There was one more guy called Arun, the site engineer. They also did a lot of work. And it was an entire team effort. Too many people. Yeah. During construction, we had a challenge. Right? I'll always remember this project because it was a G+1, and we had a headroom there. We could have even gone still +2, but because there was a high tension line, we didn't want to do it. We got all the planning permission, everything was done, and while we were constructing, these high tension lines, they were wobbling. Like usually high tension lines run a very high altitude, like 60 feet, 70 feet. But because the transformer was there and there's a petition to remove the transformer, and we are the fourth plot. So it was sagging and it used to wobble. And high tension wires, if someone even goes near it, you're done. It will burn your entire body. So the entire construction phase, we were always worried about the safety of the laborers. So we had all the insurance, all the personal protection equipments. Even the slightest rain will stop work. Like the clients were serious, we were also serious. Slightest rains will stop work. And so all those things were there. During the construction, we decided not to have the headroom. Okay, that it put us off. And this was after we had completed the ground floor slab. And later we had to go to the terrace, and the option was to cover off the slab. But I said in future when they remove it, if they want to construct the second floor, then they'll have to do a core cut. So instead we left it open and we said we'll give a glass skylight and to go to the terrace for accessing for various reasons, right? For services, for all those things. From the master bedroom on the front, from the master bedroom balcony, we gave a straight flight. And this is after the ground floor slab is done. So it was a middle thing. So to come up with that idea and convince them, and it should look aesthetically well as well. We already had a facade design, so it should merge with it, and we did that and we solved it. And that was pretty challenging to do it in between and work out the cost, timing, scheduling. The clients were very cooperative and they understood what we are trying to do, and they were also supporting. I think that me and my team, Shyam, we gave a brilliant solution.